Hey, it's that time of week again, 6 p.m. on Sunday. And welcome to Steve's Place. And there we go. Anyway, tonight, we're going to be just reviewing the stuff that's going on over the next 2 weeks here. We're not going to be here online. We'll be at the conference. I'll be in Albuquerque by Saturday night, and we'll be getting ready for people to show up on Wednesday. For those who are new, well, this show is all about the 2023 Extraordinary Technology Conference and Expo. If you want to sign up, our number is 520-463-1994. Please hold off until after the show to give us a call or check us out on our website, www.testatech.info. We have quite a thing planned for it on Wednesday afternoon. We will be having Andrew Batty there with his Smacker technology, developed by Bob Boyce. It's all 0-point energy stuff, and you can have what they call smackers, and you can smack water, air, and batteries. And it's supposed to especially extend the life of batteries. You don't want to miss that. I encourage everyone to show up for that. And at the same time, we'll be having like an expo with a lot of vendors out there. If you're a vendor or thinking about being a vendor, give me a call, and we can probably fit you in there. We have a lot of stuff on the floor. I don't know if you've seen one of our videos that we have put online on our YouTube channel, which we have now. Our YouTube channel is accessible by going to testatech.info, and you see a yellow box there, and you can click on the Testatech YouTube channel. So far, we have all the Extraordinary Technology Conferences, the Exotic Research Conferences, and the Global Science Congress up through January of 1997. I'm getting ready to put the August 1997 up here as soon as the conference is over. And then later we'll also be putting the Conference of Free Energy later too. But these are real fascinating videos. Our most popular video in the Global Science series has been Wayne Rowland, and he has this thing called Wayne water. It's colloidal silver mixture infused with frequency, and he talks about parasites. To find his video, just go to the yellow box, on our main page there, and look him up in the speaker directory. He's had 50,000 hits in the last month. And it's just incredible. I get phone calls on this guy all the time. Everybody wants to get that water, the Wayne water. Well, if you come to the conference, you're in luck, because the people who are carrying on Wayne Rowland's work will be at the conference, and they will have some of that water there that you could take home with you. So I encourage to show up at it. There's nothing that can really replace a physical conference. I mean, you go in there, you meet people. You can have lunch with the speakers. You can hobnob with them after hours. After we're done with the last speaker, we have our social hour. We have food there, and you can have a great time, sit and talk with people. This truly is a great conference to go to, and there's no other conference like it. It's probably the most expensive. We got great hotel rates. Okay. Our hotel rates run start at $80 a person, and per room. If you have more than one person, they add about $4 per person. But that's because it includes breakfast. You go to most conferences. Well, for starters, this hotel, the normal room rates are like 180. So we're getting them at 82, which is a significant saving. Throw in the food on top of that. the free Wi-Fi on top of that. And these are modern rooms. You know, this is a 4-star hotel. Uh, it's a great place, and you're going to love it. You know, I've been here almost about 4 years now, and the staff is great. They take good care of us. You know, they're very helpful, and it's affordable. You know, and to make the conference even more affordable, and make it a family event. Bring your teens, bring your grandkids. You know, if they're teenagers, you know, it's free. You know, as far as the conference registration goes, teens are free. We're trying to get young people involved in science and technology. This is a great opportunity for them to do that. They can come to the conference. They can meet the speakers. They may become your next Einstein here, you know, wanting to learn all about how to do this stuff, you know. I can't encourage it too much, you know. Bring your kids. My daughter, when I was doing this 30, 40 years ago, my daughter used to come to all the conferences and she used to help me. She had a great time, you know. And she still remembers them, even to this day. Like I said, I encourage everybody to come to the conference. We have the vendors. We're going to have T-shirts there. You know, if you like our T-shirt designs, we have a couple of different designs that are going to be available there. We're going to have the Smacker technology there, the Miracle Water there. Ralph is going to be there. He's going to have a regular spoil there with a quantum bed, a brain machine there. I'm sure you know someone who could probably use some brain work, but anyway, that's not here nor there. I'm going to try it, you know. And anyway, he's also bringing his water technology. This is the conference to go to. And if that is not enough, on Friday and Saturday nights, we're going to be bringing in a machine that utilizes plasmoid technology, you know. And so this here is what they call MSAART technology. You come to the conference and you learn what it is. Or get the DVDs, you know. We'll have the DVDs available right after the conference. And we'll be giving a great discount to people ordering the DVDs. And so, like I say, come on to the conference and you're going to have a great time. I guarantee you, your biggest problem will be trying to get some sleep, you know. I never go home until I'm totally exhausted. Anyway, but don't take my word for it. Here's what some of our members say.
So these Tesla Tech conferences have been going on for more than 40 years, 25 speakers or more each year. So that's like 1,000 or more of these presentations you can get. And the fact is, a lot of these guys are inventors and they had, you know, stuff that they have been showing. This is the place where they come to show and tell. And many of them are passed away. And so the only place you can go to recover what they gave us, what they gave to the world, is Tesla Tech.
Magnetic motors, water, theory, and inventors uniquely displaying their great inventions.
Over 50 years of the greatest minds. You have Royal Rife, who invented the Rife microscope. Google him. You have John Keeley, he was not a charlatan. Victor Schomburger, another brilliant mind, specialized in vertical lift. And my name's Marco Rodin. I'm the discoverer of the Decocubit. I just completed a 4-hour workshop and it is available for you to see if you subscribe to Tesla Tech.
I was playing around with these rodent numbers, but then I realized there's an application, a really cool one I've been working on for 10 years, and that's basically an electron model. I can model these numbers like their frequencies in an X direction, a Y direction, and a Z direction, and they roll back into themselves. The model is amazing. It's 3-dimensional. It has all the properties I've been looking for an electron model. I'm very excited about it.
You're talking about giants and free energy, fusion, electronics, mathematics, esoteric knowledge. You must check this out. It's a subscription only, rightly so, because you're talking about wisdom that you can't find anywhere on the internet.
breakthroughs or discoveries, videos that you'll never find anywhere else.
My name is Mon and I come from Georgia. I've been coming with family and friends to the Tesla convention for almost 10 years. The most prized possession was coming back home to Georgia with the CDs. So when I just found out that all this material is available on YouTube for a subscription, we can go on YouTube, we can subscribe, we can sit together, chat, see what this conference is about.
This is a great channel. For only $9.99, you get the legends of this field.
And you'll find the greatest array and world's biggest assortment of free energy, over unity, 0-point energy, space power propulsion, medical, counter, culture, breakthrough technology, all hosted there. It's the largest video library ever assembled.
Live on very good videotapes.
And you can get involved. You can be part of this process.
Write emails, have direct contact with the speakers, and guess what? If you're truly inspired with what you see over there, next year you can join us.
Anyway, like I say, you don't want to miss this show. Come to the Extraordinary Technology Conference and Expo, and if you can't make it, we will have videos for sale after the conference on DVDs, and that'd be a great way of catching up. But like I say, you just can't replace that personal touch, and some of the stuff we're having, in addition to the water smacker technology that we're having on Wednesday afternoon, we have Charlie Z's coming, and he'll be talking about his geometry of sacred geometry of pyramids. I'm sure a lot of you guys would like to come in and check out the pyramid technology. And anyway, also on the hotel, our hotel, is a 4-star hotel, and they have extended the rates. They were supposed to stop charging the $82 as of July 26th, but they have extended it to August 3rd. So please, if you even remotely think about coming, get your reservation in by August 3rd so you can get that great rate, and then work on getting there. I mean, there's a lot of ways to get in there. We picked Albuquerque because it's accessible by Interstate 25 from the north and south, and it's accessible from the east and west through Interstate 40. And if that's not enough, we have Amtrak that, you can ride the California Zephyr that goes from LA up through St. Louis there through Kansas City. That's a great way of going too. If you've never ridden a railroad, you're missing an experience of your lifetime. I love riding the rails. Every time I had an opportunity to ride, I've ridden, and it's never disappointed. When I was a kid, we got to ride from Denver to Chicago every summer. And it was great. I love the Denver Zephyr. The Zephyr, for those who don't know, is stands for West Wind. So anyway, I'm hoping that people will get out there, and come to the conference. And if not, tell your friends about it, and let other people know about us. Once we get through this conference, we're going to start doing other things. I have approximately another 1,000 videos to get up there, and I know you're going to like a lot of them. Unfortunately, we won't be putting our videos on YouTube until next year. But anyway, like I say, come to the conference. And I also want to talk to you about our YouTube channel. We're expanding. Right now we have 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. We have over 100 members, which is great. Our goal for next year is to shoot for the big one. I'm going to shoot for 100,000. I don't see that there's no reason I can't get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. And we have 100 members, and I want to get that membership up to 1,000 members. It's up to you people, though. I can't do it, by myself. I can only put the stuff out, and it's up to people to partake or let me know. Let me know what you like and don't like. My email is steve@teslatech.info, and my phone number. I show it enough times. So just give me a call. I'm here just about 24/7. It seems like, unless I'm at a conference, and I'm looking forward, to another great year on YouTube. However, we will be expanding. It looks like we are going to be having a HowTube channel. HowTube is similar to YouTube, and we'll be putting more of it out there and that. And we're not going to discontinue YouTube. We'll have YouTube and HowTube, two different sites. That way, if we get shut down on YouTube for something that we say, which may not be, it may ruffle some feathers, we'll be able to have another location for all of our videos on that, And so we'll always be able to get this out one way or the other. And I'd like to let people know, if you go to our website, teslatech.info, underneath the logo to the left, there'll be like teslatech.us. You might want to write this down. teslatech.us. That's our new web page that's being developed. So go check it out, teslatech.us, and let us know if you like the look or if there's anything that you think that we should be changing on that. We're looking for your input. This is all about you. We want to get this information out in a big way, so it's there forever. Even when I'm long gone, this material will still be living on, and it's important, that you know what we did in the past, so that you will have a place to start your research for the future. Maybe you might see where someone went wrong on one of their experiments and that, and you might be the one to be able to fix it, and save the world. The world does need a lot of saving these days. This is our yellow box here, and we do have our channel, which is the main channel, and you can subscribe there or you can join. We also have a conference directory, with a listing of all the years of conferences that are up there. I'm in the process of updating that too. Be patient with me. I'm only one person here, and so sometimes things don't get done as fast as they should. We also have a speaker directory. If you know your speaker and everything, you can look them up on our speaker directory and go pull up the playlist, which will have all of the talks that we have online on the on our YouTube channel. And then, of course, we have Steve's Place Live. If you click on that, it brings up all the past speakers we've had in the past. Unfortunately, our guest that we were supposed to have on tonight, we just couldn't make the connection for some reason, and so we'll have to wait till after the conference. We're starting to do a lot more work in the anti-gravity realm and in the secret space program. In fact, I just got through converting 3 talks on the secret space program from 1997. We are a legacy site, and a legacy channel. The stuff you find on here, you're not going to find elsewhere. We've been doing these conferences for 40 years. Unfortunately, the first 3 or 4 years, we were unable to get that on videotape, but we have been able to make some headway since then. So we have a lot of good speakers, many who aren't no longer with us, unfortunately. And if you want to speak, or be on a guest on this show, give me a call, send me an email. It's very simple, and I think you'd have a great time. But anyway, we encourage everyone to at least subscribe. Subscriptions are free. We have about over 10,000 subscribers. We have a couple hundred, probably around 300 videos that are free, and we rotate them. You know, we kind of rotate things between members and free. You know, um, these are these videotapes are just like I say, they're classics, they're legacy in that. Unfortunately, you can't ask a lot of these speakers the questions that you like to ask them because they're no longer with us. You know, Wayne Rowland is a classic case. I mean, this guy here, out of nowhere, I put him online, and then all of a sudden, I'm getting phone calls about 2 to 3 times a day about Wayne Rowland, who he is, and where you can find more information on that. Like I say, come to our conference. The lady who's worked with him the last 5 years of his life is going to be there, and she'll have plenty of Wayne water for everyone. Well, we hope. She might just run out, you know. That's when I went to those conferences back in the 90s. Everybody was looking for the Wayne water. You know, where's Wayne? Is he bringing any Wayne water? You know. So yeah, it was quite the thing. You can't. These conferences are important. It's great to have all these conferences on video and everything. What it does is it jogs your memory. When I'm converting these conferences, I just look at the names, you know, and I remember. It brings back memories of that time or that particular conference, you know, and it's just great, you know. And you just can't, like I say, these conferences are important though. These guys were pioneers in this, you know, and it's the old guard. Some of the stuff got passed on, and unfortunately, a lot of information did not get passed on because these people took it to the grave with them. That's to come we encourage. You know, if you're a researcher out there and you have an idea on that, you might want to consider sharing it. You know, because mankind is at a crossroads right now with the extreme weather we're seeing, the heat. You know, the incredible heat. Where you have 20, 30 people a week dying, you know, from heat, you know, especially if you're on a limited income, you know, or if you're homeless, you know, and everyone should keep in mind, you know, we're all just one step away from homelessness. A hurricane can come through, tear down your house. All of a sudden, you're homeless. A forest fire could come through, burn your house down. You're homeless. You know, an earthquake comes through, tear down your house. You're homeless. You know, not everyone who is homeless got that way by desire. You know, 911. You know, took out a lot of people. You know, just by the fact, you know, that commerce stopped. You know, and when commerce stops, paychecks stop. You know, so keep in mind, you know, homelessness is just a fact of life. It's another stage of life that you may or may not go through. You may be so fortunate, you know, that you live your entire life without having to go through such things, you know. I've been there, you know, and you learn how to survive, you know. But the more stuff you know, the easier it is, you know. I just, you know, think the world's getting ready to change, and I don't think everyone's ready for it, you know, and we're not doing enough things, you know. We need to get off of fossil fuels, you know, and come up with new solutions, you know. Electric vehicles, that's only part of it, you know. What if we all go to electric and then what one of our professors, Dr. Malusky, claims that in superlight is that we're going to go through this phase in the universe, okay, there's this space where all of a sudden the electrical component isn't going to work, you know, and he called that superlight, and it's based on magnetics instead of electricity, you know, as far as like energy goes. You know, what if that happens? If everything's on electrical, well, then you won't have a vehicle to run, because it don't work no more. Uh, that's the other thing, what happens if we don't have electricity? If we have everything on electricity, based on electricity, like YouTube and all this other stuff, the computers and that, and we're dependent on Bitcoin and stuff like this, what happens when the electricity stops? Quite frankly, life kind of stops. If you ever been through a snowstorm, like one time I was at work in Pueblo, we got let off, and I had figured on getting gas on the way home. Well, guess what? We got sent home because the power went out and the whole town got blacked out. So here I am. I had to drive 30 miles on an empty tank of gas because you couldn't buy gas in Pueblo because all the gas stations were closed. Why? No electricity. No electricity, no pump, So it all intercedes with each other, Anyway, like I say, we have a lot of guys here that have a lot of solutions, to a lot of this stuff. Come to the conference, you're going to meet people there who live totally off the grid, And so, anyway, what can I say? Subscriptions are free. However, we do have an exclusive membership, $9.99 per month. We have a $3.99 per month, okay, donation membership, but the exclusive one is what you get. It's $9.99 per month, and that gives you global access 24/7 to all of our videos, and we have over 1,000 of them. So be sure to select the exclusive member option. Okay, and here we have free life tasks. Hi, Steve. Have you heard of Malcolm Bendel? He's currently having his technology and theories suppressed. He was on Joe Rogan 6 months ago, but the episode has not been released. Well, Tass, come to the conference on Friday and Saturday night. Bendel, Malcolm Bendel will be there, and he'll be demonstrating his engine. Okay, his Plasmoid technology engine will be there to be demonstrated, and that'll be Friday and Saturday night. It's part of the conference, so it's a great time to come in and sign up for the conference. That's going to be on August 9th and 13th. Malcolm will be on the 11th and 12th. That's Friday and Saturday. So come to the conference. Right now I'm still giving people 30% off. So it's a great time to just get your registration in. Okay. And Toss and Mr. Free Life there, even though you're in Australia, okay, don't let that stop you. We will be doing a live stream. It looks like these guys are working on getting a live stream together just for that session, just for that talk. For those who can't make it, but we'll be putting more information out. So be looking for our emails when that comes out. But like I say, there's nothing like sitting there and being able to meet the guy. So I think we'll have a great time there. I'm expecting more people this year than last year. As a matter of fact, even with the difficult times, people are finding a way to get there because this is important, extremely important. The technologies these guys demonstrate, some can actually save your life, or it can make your life better. I don't know. I've been doing this for 40 years. Each conference is unique, but the one thing that is not unique is the camaraderie that goes on, the ability to sit there and meet someone and actually have a new friend, I guarantee you that if you come to this conference, I just know that you're that you're going to meet someone there that you'll become a lifelong friend of. We've had lifelong enemies, come to the conference and walk away as friends. There's just something about a conference that doesn't happen in regular life. It doesn't happen through a screen. I could talk myself till I'm blue in the face, it's getting there right now, as a matter of fact. But it doesn't mean anything unless you're sitting here and you can see me and you can feel another person's aura just sitting next to them, and you can tell if they're honest or not. Just by the aura. Some people just are easy to detect on it. So I know times are tight, but I have the most affordable conference out there. I don't think that anyone can beat me when it comes to affordability. And like I say, if you have grandchildren or children and they're in their teenage years, now is the time to get them involved in this stuff. These people, once you get involved, it will stay with them all their life. And I had a friend, if you go to our Borderland 1987 video, it's not online, but Borderland did an interview, a demonstration with Eric Dollar, and I was in that video, and I got to meet the guy who owned the house that we did it in, and he disappeared, for 40 years, and all of a sudden the other day he calls up and he's getting back involved, he's very active. Then he had to go make a living, so he went and got a job. And now that he's retired, he's getting back in to save the world mode, The good thing about coming to a conference is that we'll never be suppressed. What goes on that stage, they can't take back, This is a live person event with special hotel rates, like I say. And does anyone else have any comments or questions? Okay. Maria, Steve, how come you stopped doing your conferences in the East? I noticed in your latest uploads that you used to hold the conference in Tampa, Florida. No, that was not me. That was Dean Stonier, and those were the Global Sciences Congresses. He used to have one Congress in the East, one Congress in the West, And then the East would be like in January through April, somewhere in there. And then the West, it was always in typically Denver in August, So that's why Dean passed away. And I think believe it was 2001. And they had one more conference after that. And then he passed away, And we were fortunate enough to have the rights to all of the conference videos. When Backcountry decided to retire, he kind of had me take them over so that they would stay alive and everything. And this is how we're going to do that, is by putting them on YouTube and also on HowTube. That's our backup site. And that's where we're at right now. I only did one conference a year for 40 years because it just I was just too busy trying to get a magazine out, and since Terry Brady's passed away, I haven't been able to get the magazine because I just have too much work at this point, and hopefully that ship's about to turn around and we can maybe get a magazine back out there, which is my desire. And Sandra Michael Rose be returning to Tesla Tech. I do not know on that. I can't read the future. We send out emails to everyone and pass the word around every September for abstracts. People need to give an abstract to be at Tesla Tech. The reason is I can't read people's mind, and I believe that if a person really wants to be here, once they take the time to sit down and write out an abstract, and go through the work that takes, to do the presentation, they're going to make it. Even then, we have people that don't show up because they get sick, family emergency happens, whatever. But we've been able to always handle that in an elegant way. We've always had a backup speaker who would be related to that topic, and so I feel comfortable with the way we're doing things, and maybe she will someday decide, hey, I want to do a presentation at Tesla Tech and get her abstract in on time, and so anyway, the info I learned from it is the priceless. $9 a month is a bargain. Yeah, thanks for all you've done over the years. It is a bargain, especially if you live overseas. I was just shipping some DVDs today, and for 9 DVDs, it cost $43 to ship them to Romania. I don't know what to say, That's one of the reasons that we came out with the YouTube, is because it's just so expensive, to do that. It's just so expensive. So I notify people on that, on things like that, because the foreign addresses are particularly hard to decipher sometimes, and I like it when we can just let them stream it online, and along with the members, you get some badges, and you may notice that some of the speakers have like Taz, that shows that he's a member, with a little badge behind the name and everything. It's kind of cool. That's one of the bennies, of being a member, So, yeah. So, anyway, keep in mind, even though we're not done with this year's conference, I'm already thinking about next year's conference. I will probably I plan on it being in Albuquerque again next year. Probably, it depends on what kind of deal they give us, I do competitive bids on our hotels and that, and that's how come we get such good rates and everything. And I also take some loyalty, into consideration, because these people treat us quite well. But like I say, we're working on next year's already, and for next year, I'm looking at, I don't know, probably the same weekend in August, and so that would probably be August 7th to 11th. That's quite the crapshoot. 7 to 11. That's what I'm planning on. That may change. We'll keep you posted, so but you might want to pencil that into your calendar for planning. So anyway, like I say, be sure to come to the conference. We're going to have, like I say, a lot of equipment. Ralph is going to be bringing his quantum bed there, so you can try it out, and see how good that quantum technology is, and if there's any more comments here, just let me know. And Mary S says, you'll be doing this conference for many more decades to come. Well, depends on the definition of many. I'll be lucky to get 2. I'll be lucky if I get 2 more decades. That would be a blessing. So like I say, if you get a chance, come to the conference. It's not too late. We still have the discounts. We're still doing pre-registration. We are going to have the Wayne Water there for sure, and we're going to have Malcolm Bendel with his Plasmoid technology engine there, and he'll be able to do a presentation. He's been on Joe Rogan, and so we will be live streaming just one presentation, and that will be Malcolm Bendel, and that will be it. Maybe next year, I don't know. Personally, I think it's better if people show up. I think people, that's what makes a conference. People can have stuff on video and everything. I mean, our society has been to Mars, across the universe. We've been beaming people up and down, from one planet to another, but that's not reality. Being there in person is reality, and when someone brings their equipment and we can test it and touch it, that's reality, and that's what we're all about, reality, and that's people need to come to the conference, because if there was no audience, no independent audience, okay, then you can't really tell if what the guy has is real, and that's I say, come to the conference. I mean, I count every penny, okay, and I make sure that those savings get passed on to people so they can afford to come. I know I'm not no rich guy, and I know if I'm counting pennies, I know everybody else is, because I'm not that much different than anybody else, and for every penny I save, that's $1. That's about $3 less I have to earn. So yeah, I can keep the prices down. This year we're very fortunate. We have an airline out there, Spirit Airline, that is still offering $50 rates one way. And if you're fortunate to be in an area that they serve, that might be your hot ticket to get there. Is the $50 rates. We also have Albuquerque, because we have 2 interstates, a railroad station, and a bus station, and an airplane. So therefore, it's possible, for most people, the possibility exists. Everyone is different too, and like poor Tass there, who'd like to be there. He'd be there if he could afford the flights from Australia. Well, we can't do much about that, except maybe sometimes if you plan way ahead, or sometimes a miracle happens and a discount ticket opens up from whatever source, Craigslist or something, but you gotta be careful. Always be careful when you're dealing with like things on Craigslist and eBay and that. But yeah, I've never been to Australia. I've been to Korea twice, but that was as a sales rep for Uncle Sam, with a M16 rifle there. So yeah, I know it's not cheap. So if anyone has any more comments, now's the time to get them in. If you'd like to, if you'd like us to focus on certain topics in that, drop us a line, at steve@teslatech.info, and we'll see what we can do, Sometimes, there's information out there, and sometimes it's just hard to get people to come on stage, There's a lot of suppression going on, always has been. But there's ways around that, and we're constantly looking at ways to keep that from happening to us. And I'm kind of stubborn, so I'm hanging in there. And like I say, I can't just wait till next year. And Marshall, that's good to see you. Okay, maybe in the next couple of years they will release the flying cars technology so it'll be easy to get from place to place. Well, I don't know about that, I think the technology they have, I think, is more like fan driven and everything. And what we really need more than anything else would be the electrogravitic type of technology and maybe some ground effect technology. But even then, I'd be terrified. I would be terrified to get on the road with all these flying cars because people have a hard enough driving in 2 dimensions, let alone 3 dimensions, And so it'll be a real nightmare. Can you imagine Los Angeles in 3D traffic, I don't know how feasible that really is, you know. And then I also don't trust computers, and that would have to be heavily computerized, computer assisted. And I'm leery of all computer technology, I don't trust computers. I just expect to, I just expect anything that man can do, computers can do it. It can screw it up 100 times faster than a man can. It's just that way. My mom, uh, I grew up watching her. She'll work everything out on the calculator, and then she'd go do it by hand because she doesn't trust the calculator. You know, that's the way I am. That's the way we were brought. You know, so. And then if you see like this chat stuff, that's coming out there, and uh, when people have automated stuff, they tend not to do the work themselves. They get lazy. And in this case, one case here, this attorney firm went and submitted paperwork written by a chat thing, and it turned out it just made up cases. It made up court cases, and the stuff didn't even exist, And the judge, well, the judge is furious because all of a sudden you have lawyers introducing fictitious information because they were too busy to check what the artificial intelligence was telling them, and they trusted too much, So I just don't trust it. You just can't trust computers, And the fact that this country is trying to replace people with AI and that, robots and that, you just can't trust it. There's some jobs you just can't trust to robots, and you just can't replace people. They try, they think they know what they're doing in that, but too often there's just something about the human mind, that you can make a leap, a logic deduction that isn't evidence, and then all of a sudden, you can fix it, but a machine can't because it has to follow its logic. Now they're coming up with fuzzy logic and everything, and that's going to be 10 times worse, So anyway, we're getting kind of off topic. Just come to the conference. You can at least trust your own eyesight. Trust your eyes. Come to the conference. See for yourself. Don't take my word for it. And we'll see where we're at. And so with that, I'm going to close a little bit early tonight because I have so much stuff to do to get ready for the conference. I still got to go out and inventory our book stock because I need to order books for the conference, so that the people who do come to the conference can buy books and stuff. And I hope that to see you all. It'll probably be about towards the end of August, probably the first week of September. It'll be after Labor Day before I have the next thing. If any of you guys go to Burning Man, good luck. That's coming up in about 3 weeks. Maybe not 3, about 4 weeks. It's going to be on the. It's coming late this year. Yeah, Burning Man should end on the 7th. Yeah, so August 30th is when Burning Man will start. So if you guys are going to that, good luck, and have a safe trip. But I do hope to see all of you. I know it's not going to happen, but I'd like to see it happen. I hope to see all of you at the conference, and start planning for next year. If you can't make it this year, maybe plan on getting the DVDs, and we may have some other surprises coming real soon. So keep checking the emails, and every now and then open them up, because if you don't open up the emails, what happens is these companies have gotten together and have decided if people don't open up emails, they're marketable. Therefore, why should they waste their time delivering emails? And so that's what we're fighting. That's one of the reasons I take and print, a hard copy of the program. I print it. That way you can get it in the mail. So if you send me some contact information, we can always send you out with that too. Anyway, so with that, I'm going to call it a good night, and I hope to see you all next week, and have a good one. With that, it's a wrap.